Hello, beautiful people! Today we're going to talk about the important things in RuneScape. Over the last few years, a number of places have been getting totally reworked and reimagined. Take, for example, the Duel Arena, which was replaced by Het's Oasis, a very tiny skillet hub. The entire wilderness was reworked graphically and mechanically, even removing PvP basically from the game. I mean, it might as well not be there anymore. And most recently, the Lumberyard was replaced by Fort 4 and 3, another skilling hub, but honestly, this one was done right. And these are just a few of the major reworks that have happened in recent years. With all of these big changes, especially the ones reworking dead or just outdated spaces in the game, I think it's time that RuneScape takes a good, hard look at what can be done with Ashdale. I might be biased because, I mean, come on, it's named after me. So if you don't know, Ashdale is a peaceful village located on an island south of the Feldip Hills. It was founded more than 400 years ago as a place for anyone in Gielinor to go settle down and just enjoy the rest of their lives. It's basically the Florida of Gielinor. Ashdale was introduced to the game in 2013 and today remains as a sort of shell of a playable area. The basic building blocks of a usable town are there. There's even a church, even though it doesn't have an altar. This is because from 2016 to 2019, Ashdale served as a location for the official tutorial of RuneScape. And all of the stuff is still there. I mean, there's a copper and tin node, there's a furnace and anvil, and even a fishing spot and a place to cook. There's one quest that involves Ashdale, a shadow over Ashdale. This free-to-play quest from 2014 sees the adventurer going to Ashdale to find out why the island has apparently been deserted. In the end, you fight Ogoroth, the same type of Crassian, fun fact, as the mini-boss Boggoth in the Shadow Wreath Elite Dungeon. This fight is replayable and it gives 2 black pearls each week for anyone. That can give you the equivalent of a medium prismatic star's worth of bonus XP in any skill, or some coins that in today's economy can buy you, like, I don't know, 3 super restores? And that's about it. There's not a lot going on in this town. They didn't even bother to fill the buildings that you can't go inside of. So when you pass through them with the free cam, they're just hollow shells. For example, here's the inaccessible buildings that exist in Seniston, a much newer city in the game. There's just basic decorations and a lot more attention to detail. Okay, so you get it, right? It's an empty, unused place on the map. And there's a lot of those in the game right now. So why should it change now? Wow, I am so glad that you asked. Right, so this is not a new idea. It's been brought up several times over the years with lots of people giving great ideas for what can be done with Ashdale. So this is where I get excited. The current questline, without spoiling anything, has ushered in the new age of man. We are front and center in the storyline, and what better time than now to do something with Ashdale? Also, I would love to know what you guys want to see done with Ashdale. Let me know in the comments. No matter how it happens, I think Ashdale deserves to be a fully functioning city. Ashdale has the ability to export, they even have 2 docks, and could be a major trading partner for the mainland. We just became a duke at Fort 4 and 3, and we're King's Regent at Miscellanea. Why can't we be the mayor of Ashdale and oversee its revitalization little by little? It could start with sailing off and brokering trade deals with the major kingdoms so that we can get some cash flow to fund the city building. Then, of course, we're going to have to win the favor of the people in the town because we're an outsider. Imagine it, the sequel to One Small Favor. Okay, I'm only kidding. I don't think anyone wants that. But basically, I imagine some sort of quest where at the end of it, we get voted into office by the people. And even if they don't want to connect Ashdale with the rest of the map in terms of like story and lore, there's so much that can be done with Ashdale itself as it already exists in the game, even though there's not that much there at first glance. We already know that there's an extensive cave system underneath Ashdale that could be explored and harbor any number of unknown enemies and mysteries. And I mean, Ashdale is an island, so it's surrounded by, that's right, water. So, what lies below the surface? We already know that there are sea monsters because we've dealt with Agaroth. Could there be more dangers lurking in the seas around town? Maybe we can introduce big game fishing to the game. There's also a very large, kind of spooky, rundown, abandoned Saradominus church. And I mean, come on, they follow Saradomin. They are obviously up to something. Maybe it's the meeting spot for an unknown ancient cult that's dedicated to bringing back the gods again. Could you think of a more perfect location? An island with nothing going on and no one snooping around. Except for the World Guardian, because we are always up in everyone's business. On this side of town, there's also the matter of the ancient rock carvings around the abandoned church. I don't know about you, but that does not look like a Crassian, so I don't think it's Agaroth. It looks like a dragon or a griffin, heck, even a dinosaur. Maybe a dragonkin, some other creature we haven't encountered yet, I don't know. Whatever it is, it brings death. And that means there's potential for something really cool. Maybe a sequel quest, another Shadow over Ashdale. Very creative, I know. On the other side of town, there's a statue in a small, unassuming town square. What is he looking at? Maybe this is a clue to an undiscovered secret of the city. Maybe he's pointing to, I don't know, an underwater Atlantis of Gielinor, a city lost to the ages that only the more seasoned folk in Ashdale tell stories of. And this right here is, I don't know, it just looks like a world gate. All I'm saying is there are so many cool things that can be done with this place. Ashdale deserves better. Thank you for watching, friends. Like, subscribe, share, and most importantly, be kind to one another. See you next time, friends.